I'm Paula Simons on the Victoria Promenade, and behind me is the building where I was not born and raised. I know that sounds a bit odd, but the building behind me is where my parents lived when they were newlyweds, and I've grown up hearing the story of how one day my pregnant mother went down smiling to negotiate with the landlord to rent a two-bedroom apartment, only to be told that she and my father would have to move out of the building because it was child-free. Now, I've been listening to that story for pretty much all of my 52 years, but I was reminded of it forcibly this week when my colleague Elise Stolte wrote a story about a group in downtown Edmonton campaigning to get rid of child-free buildings. And it struck me that 53 years since my mother got kicked out of the building behind me, the city is still full of apartment buildings where children are not allowed. Now, maybe it made sense in the 1960s to assume that all young families would move out to the suburbs, but these days, with housing prices going up, and with many young couples wanting to start their families in the inner core, I think it's time for us to reconsider. It's prejudice to assume that all families with children make bad neighbors. By all means, let landlords kick out people who are troublemakers, no matter what their age. But it's time for us to grow up and accept that sometimes you need to make room for kids.